Well, I don't make constitutional arguments. To me, it's simply a matter of what saves lives. And I think when you look around the world, whenever you have a ban on guns, you see increases in murder rates and increases in violent crimes. I can't find one place around the world where we've had a gun ban and not seen murder rates rise. We tried that in the United States. We tried it in D.C. and Chicago. You saw huge increases in murder rates and violent crimes in both of those places. And you've seen it in other places. Island nations like Ireland and Jamaica and the UK have all seen increases.
John Lott, I think you're massaging the stats slightly. You've got a book out, More Guns, Not Less. Roland,
More Guns, Less Crime.
Do you agree?
Is the name of the book.
More Guns, Less Crime. Roland, do you agree with him here?
God, no, I don't agree with it. You know what? When you look at the United States, this is an absolutely violent gun culture. Okay, and so it extends far beyond just a question of gun control and gun laws. It is a violent gun culture. There are far too many guns in this country. And look, I don't know where John grew up, but I can tell you where I grew up. And I grew up in a neighborhood where I could stand on my front porch and I could see the DEA take down crack houses. I mean, I saw people who were bringing guns to school. I can tell you, look, I have absolutely no need for a gun. I don't want a gun. I fired one before. I'm sorry, it's grossly overrated. And I think what you have is you have people out here who, frankly, when they are strapped with that gun, they frankly lose, in many cases, common sense. Look at this case in Jacksonville, Florida, where you got this guy who was upset because somebody's music was too loud. And so what does he do? He goes to his car, gets a gun, fires 8 shots into the SUV, killing a 17-year-old. And he says, oh, you know, it was self-defense. It is a violent culture, and it needs to stop. And John should be ashamed of himself saying more guns in this country.
You should be ashamed of yourself, John, says Roland.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just asking, name me one place in the world that's had a ban on guns, banned handguns, banned all guns, and seen murder rates fall.
Britain.
I can't find it.
I mean,
John,
you know what? We can, John.
Britain, let me answer the question, please. No, but the point was, Britain had even lower murder rates and lower violent crimes before it had its gun controls. You've had 3 major gun control laws in Britain. 1920s, 1950s, and January 1979. After each of those cases, particularly the changes in the 56 as well as 97. What about the gun amnesty in 1998 after Dunblane? You know what? I think you're massaging the figures. Well, can we move this on? No, it was 1997 and 98. Let me move this on. Do you believe, John, that there should be a change in gun culture in the United States? And if so, what do you think the principles to explain that change in culture should be? Well, I think you have a misnomer here. The United States, in terms of murder rates, is not uniform, as Martin was just implying. Look, 78% of the counties in the United States in any given year have 0 murders. Those are the counties that actually have the high gun ownership rate. The urban areas, you have 3% of the counties in the United States account for about 75% of the murders. And if you ever saw a map of the murders in those urban areas, it's very heavily concentrated within tiny areas within those things. It's drug gang related. And the problem is, generally, we have a lot more of a drug gang problem in the United States than most other countries have. The gangs fight against each other and control drug trade.
All right, let's get Roland in here, John.
I spent 6 years living in Chicago, and I witnessed what was taking place. And what you also have is you have a select number of gun shops, frankly, that are responsible for a significant number of the guns, a significant number of guns in these areas. And what you have in this country, you have a powerful lobby in terms of the National Rifle Association that, frankly, is unwilling to concede that we have a problem. You have people who are walking around who say, oh, no, I need an assault weapon style gun. I need an assault weapon to go hunting. Stop it. You don't. It's called sensible gun control, and we don't need more guns.